Okay, you guys, I want to give you an example of how to work these problems. These Newton's second law of motion problems. So first of all, here we go. So first of all, the equation we're using is force is equal to mass times acceleration. This is Newton's law. Newton's second law says when a force is applied to a mass, the mass will accelerate. We can put this into a triangle. So force is equal to mass. Oh, try that again. Mass times acceleration. Okay, so letter A, is pretty straightforward. We are solving for force. It says how much force is needed to accelerate a 270 kilogram driver at 4 meters per second squared. So we're just going to plug it in. 270 kilograms times the acceleration is 4.0 meters per second squared. So 270 times 4 gives us 1,080 newtons. So a kilogram times meters per second squared gives us a newton. So force is measured in newtons. Letter B, it takes a force of 3,500 newtons to accelerate a car 3.02 meters per second squared with a wrestler inside. If the mass of the car is 1,000 kilograms, what is the mass of the wrestler? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is find the mass, okay, of the wrestler and the car together, and then we'll deal with the wrestler. So we are going to solve for mass. Mass is equal to force divided by acceleration. Force divided by acceleration. So we'll start there. Our force is 3,500 newtons. I'm going to break my newton down into a kilogram times meters per second squared. Divide it by the acceleration of the car with the wrestler in it, 3.02 meters per second squared. So my meters per second squared cancel out, and I'm going to divide 3,500 by 3.02, and that is going to give us 1,158.94 kilograms. So that is the mass of the wrestler in the car. We want to know just the mass of the wrestler. So if we subtract the mass of the car, it will tell us our wrestler has a mass of 158.94 kilograms. Letter C says a 63 kilogram skater pushes off from a wall with a force of 300 newtons. What is the skater's acceleration? So this time we are looking at our triangle and we're solving for A. So acceleration is force divided by mass. It's force divided by mass. So the force is 300 newtons. Again, I'm going to break down my newton into a kilogram times meters per second squared, all divided by the mass of the skater, which is 63 kilograms. Those cancel out. 300 divided by 63 tells us our skater is accelerating off of the wall 4.76 meters per second squared. It is acceleration and it should have a direction, but it has not given us a direction. So our answer is 4.76 meters per second squared. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'll take any questions you have tomorrow. Please remember, none of this is on your quiz. None of the force information is on your quiz.